Hello Rangers, and welcome to Ranger Ruby YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be going over 14 activities that you can do inside national parks this summer. Let's go ahead and dive right on in. Okay, now so most of these activities you either already know about but you didn't know you could do in national parks, knew you could do in national parks but just needed the reminder, or didn't even know existed at all. So here are just 14 fun things that you can do either with your family or by yourself inside a national park during your next visit. And the first thing seems a little bit obvious, but it is biking. There are tons of biking trails and things that you can do on your bike inside national parks. They love biking, they love it when you bike to them. It's just a great overall fun family activity. And numero 2 is birds and bird watching. Bird watching is an incredible activity you can do in national parks because they span across the entire United States, which means there are a lot of birds that can be watched inside national parks. And number 3 is boating and water sports. There are all kinds of things that you can do on boats or kayaks and canoes inside national parks. Check the specific parks website to see what is allowed and permitted, but national parks have tons of cool lakes and waterways and cool things that you can do inside boats and other aquatic vessels. And number 4 is camping. Camping is something that is a fun family activity, or it can be pretty hardcore and intense depending on how and where you do it. So be sure to try out camping during your next national park visit. And thing number 5 is rock climbing. This is something that isn't available in every national park, but in the ones it is available, it can be super easy or super hardcore and extreme, like climbing the El Capitan in Yosemite. All kinds of things that you can do with climbing inside national parks. So be sure to check out some cool things that you can do on the specific park's website. And number 6 is compass and GPS activities. Are you interested in finding hidden treasures? Do you want to find places in a national park using just a map and a compass? Does using a GPS to go on adventures sound like fun? Navigational activities such as earth caching, orienteering, and GPS scavenger hunts can always be a fun activity that you can do by yourself or with your family and in groups inside national parks. And number 7 is diving and snorkeling. Now, this is something that does or might require a permit or a license, but once you get past that hurdle, diving and snorkeling can be an incredible way to explore the underwater features inside a national park. And number 8 is fishing. This is something that, again, you might need to check in with the specific park to see what the rules and regulations are, but fishing is an awesome way to just spend some time in nature, and it's a cool sport that you can do with you and your best buds on a boat inside a lake in national parks. And number 9 is horseback riding and mule riding. This is something that you can't do in every national park, but in the ones you can do it in, it's a fun activity. It's something that you don't get to do super often, and it's a great way to explore the terrain. And number 10 is hunting. Again, this does require some permits and regulations, but once you get past all of that, hunting is a super cool way to explore an area and get to know the animals and critters and then kill them. Again, super fun, but make sure to check with the specific park to see what's required in order to do so. And number 11 is photography. This is something that you can do with a super high-tech camera that you bring into the national park or just your cell phone. It's a great way to take memories and moments and incredible sceneries from the parks back with you, even without damaging the parks, which is something that's super important. So on your next national park visit, be sure to take and snap a couple of pictures. And number 12, this one seems pretty obvious when you first think of activities that you can do in a national park, is going on trails and hiking. Almost every single national park has trails. It's something that the National Park Service has no shortage of. So on your next NPS visit, be sure to pick up a brochure or a map or ask a park ranger which trails you should hike and have some fun. And number 13, this is something that kind of goes along with bird watching, but it's wildlife watching. In national parks, there is some pretty cool wildlife. Again, this is spreading across the entire United States, which means there's so many cool animals that you can see, from bison to sea turtles to bald eagles. All of these things you can see inside national parks, so be sure to do some wildlife watching. And finally, thing number 14 that you can do in your next national park visit is to go and explore the wilderness. National parks cover all kinds of different terrains and biomes and environmental features, and there's so many cool things that you can do and see. So on your next national park visit, go up to a park ranger, ask them what they suggest that you do in order to explore the wilderness, and just go have fun inside your nation's treasures. Well, everybody, that is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up and comment down below with your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. Also, be sure to click that red subscribe button and little bell next to it to always know when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching again, and I shall see you next video. Bye!